finally represented on the Lakeside stage. You think of Leighton Rees, the original winner of this tournament back in 1978, Richie Burnett, Mark Webster, Rhiannon O'Sullivan, who we've just seen dispatch Suzanne Smith. And alongside me in the commentary box, there is another fine Welshman who has been gracing the stage this week. He is 1/5 of our refereeing team. It is Garin Roderick. Garin, how are you enjoying your second Lakeside experience?
Good afternoon, Dan. Yeah, it's been obviously a great experience for the boys, and sort of second Lakeside for me. Made my debut last year, which was an amazing feeling. Something I've been watching as a kid, you know, when I was growing up and in front of the telly and seeing the likes of Martin Adams and you know, Nixon and players who embrace the stage, and to be a part of it on the stage itself is just an amazing feeling.
And you had a nice quick game to start things off with. Alexander Murch and Arjen Kontement was the seeded man who prevailed. And it has been a mixed tournament so far for the seeded players, but it's 2 from 2 this afternoon. And Martyn Turner is looking to join round 3. The winner of this game will face the winner of the number 2 seed, Neil Duff, who is the defending Lakeside champion. He's got a tricky looking tie against another speedy Dutchman in Moreno Blom. Has been a slow start for Liam Maendl-Lawrance. I don't think he's using the Jim Widmeyer darts, but they don't look like his own.
82.
And, you know, you can look on as a darts fan and say, well, you've got the ability, you should be able to throw with anything, but darts doesn't work like that. You get so used to the way your darts behave, the grip of them, the shape of them. So to not be using your own, it must already add a seed of doubt into your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're swapping and changing, it's not the best. But, you know, fair play to Liam. He's sort of got on with it, hasn't moaned, hasn't groaned, and put in a good performance against Mike Gillett to finally get over the line with it.
Could go 19 or 11 and chooses the former. So this has been a pretty good start from Martyn Turner, man who's a Yorkshire County stalwart. You may have spotted in the walk-on that he was being wished good luck by his good pal Darren Johnson, 1 place above him in the seeds. We'll see him in action later in this tournament.
31. Martin, you require 32.
First chance at a double, though, for Martin. Has to go up to double 12 now. Now down for double 3.
29.
Would have been an unusual way to take out 32, and he's made a bit of a hash of it.
Bit sloppy there from Martin, first leg. Liam with a good chance of 1-2-6 here.
Chance is instantly gone, and really you can feel that there's a little bit of tension maybe in Liam Maendl-Lawrance's arm.
82. Martin, you require 3.
Most awkwardest outshot is 3. The first hardest part is hitting that 1.
No score. Liam, you require 44.
He goes back to 3, and this started out well for Turner, but it is turning against him. Double 16 is pinned for Liam Maendl-Lawrance, and it is a bit of a steal in the early stages. I mean, it's so important to win your first leg, just to settle down.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when Martin was sort of comfortably leading that leg as well, and sort of to miss that amount of chances and leave 3 is something you don't want in your first leg. But fair way to Liam, come down, carried on, and got the job done in the first leg. So well done to Liam.
He's a hugely talented player, and I think sometimes that can almost get lost in the discourse about his pace of play. He's had recorded averages of close to a ton in the past. Someone that knows how to play the sport, and at 19 years old, there is a big future ahead of him.
57.
Has started to quicken up a little bit in the last few months, and that's maybe coincided with a dip in form.
It's how he's going to have to adapt to these darts and things, and not being able to have them, and trying to throw at a little bit of a quicker pace just to sort of get used to the grip. Maybe he doesn't want to lose his grip too quickly and overthink it. Going for first 180 of the match.
125. 85. 59.
Well, he's in a pretty comfortable position here.
The 19 zoot here for Martyn to start.
58. Liam, you require 120.
Didn't apply much pressure there for Liam, really, so it's sort of 6 darts from here for him.
Looks to climb the ladder. Lots of room for tops. Yeah, Maendl-Lawrance gets it.
Liam Maendl-Lawrence.
Ton plus check out for the young German. Exemplary on the doubles, 2 from 2.
Yeah. And that's what you need in this as well, is just sort of apply a little bit more pressure.
95.
And get comfortable early on and settle in is sort of hitting the double first time. Not messing around with it.
We have spoken about the pace of play in terms of Liam Maendl-Lawrance, but on the flip side, Martyn Turner has got to make sure that he doesn't get embroiled or frustrated or impatiently start throwing his darts away. He needs to play in his own rhythm.
Yes, indeed, and you see a lot of players these days who sort of follow the player and
100.
sort of tactic side of things, they try to say. But, you know, Martyn's got his own pace and Liam's, of course, got his own, even though he has gone a little bit quicker. I think, you know, Martyn doesn't need to fall into that to sort of jeopardise his throw.
$79.
Bit of wayward darts there from Liam with the 2.
100.
There's a referee there from Marco. There's no doubt he was looking at 19s there, where Martyn goes to the treble on 306. It's, when you're a referee and looking at the scoreboard, and you think what you're going for, and the players go for something different, it does kind of take your eye off it a little bit.
Yeah, I can imagine it must be frustrating when you've got the numbers already in your mind and players just think, you know what, I'm going to make you earn your money a little bit more.
Absolutely. I've had a few of them this week and already, so all comes part of the job. It's great though to see it, and you know, you get to learn the players as well and how they throw and what they do, so you kind of get used to it after a bit. But yes, if you don't know the players per se, it is quite difficult to sort of adapt.
54. Martyn, you require 81.
2 darts at double 12 then. That's much better from Martyn Turner. And he could already put that first leg behind him. That's him on the board now. Merely a hold of throw, but did not need to be faffing around on double 12, because, you know, any darts inside could have led to that awful double 3 again.
Yeah, important for Martyn to take that first time.
58.
Just letting Liam know he's still there. He's coming back at him. So Liam needs to sort of back in front here. Martyn started really well here.
125.
This tie does come from the third quarter of the draw. 15 seed Martyn Turner, and as I mentioned, the winner plays either Neil Duff or Moreno Blom, and then the winner of all those could face Landman, Kerwin, Kai Fan Lung or Thomas Youngens.
58.
I think a lot of people watching this tournament generally regard the top half of the draw as a bit more stacked, so big opportunity awaits these players perhaps.
Absolutely, and you know, when you look at the top half, you know, you've got Johnny Tata, who played very well yesterday, and you know, Gary Stone, Andy Bartons, you know, so some big names there. Andy Bartons was superb yesterday, and so too is Sebastian Białecki, who, again, another youngster who's got a bright future with it there. Jim Whitmire, great players, but if you look at the bottom half, where you've got Jelle Klaassen, Leonard Gates, you know, the players there, Chris Landman, you know, again, it's some draw. Daniel De Carter, again, Danny Lauby, of course, playing as well. So There's a fantastic players here this year. It's hard to predict the winner.
Those American boys in particular are ones who frazzle the minds of referees.
84.
Have you got either of their games?
Yes, I believe. I got Yellow Clarkson this evening, which will be very exciting for me. First time referee in Yellow Clarkson. It was great to do Jim Whitmire and also Leonard Gates. The first night he was here, who sort of graces and brightens up the stage as he's there. You know, he's an absolute character off the stage as well. So, but they're a great bunch of guys. So looking forward to if I do get a chance of doing one of those games again.
41. Martyn Unicorn.
Doesn't really chip away at 167, so Martyn Turner, I was going to say, should have 2 to win the leg and break the throw. He's only going to have 1, and he takes it in 1.
Martyn Turner.
And aside from Martyn Turner's faffing in leg 1, it's been 4 perfect doubles. Complete opposite to what we saw in the first men's game this afternoon, where Alexander Merckx had a boatload of chances. He could have won the game so much earlier. Finally became more clinical as the game wore on, but no question he'll have to improve his doubling.
140.
Yeah, important leg that one there for Martyn against the throw, to bring him back to 2 legs apiece and have the throw now for the first set.
85.
William starting well on 140 there, so applying a little bit of pressure to Martyn, make sure he stays in front.
Been a bit erratic on the scoring from Liam so far. And the first couple of visits kind of sum up the game. A 140 followed by a 30. Opts to stay up top and comes up dry.
That's a little opportunity for Martyn here now, just to push that little bit extra, put more pressure on Liam.
94.
Just good switch. Gives himself a nice 146. I think he go downstairs to start here, Liam. Treble 19 now to go to a bull route, but not there.
57.
Yeah, it's the modern way of approaching shots like 271, 268 to start on the 19s. Not going to make a difference by the looks of things. He's some way adrift.
It's great darts from Martyn. It's unlucky just above the wire on 2. But Martyn in for the set.
Wants tops. Gets tops. Martyn Turner has tidied things up very, very well. Looking to make the most of his Lakeside debut. 2-time title winner this year, but in his last 7 tournaments, hasn't advanced beyond the last 16 in any of them. And without, wishing to disrespect him, if you're one of the unseeded players, he's probably one of the seeds you would have been preferred to be drawn against.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, with a field of players, and
100.
Liam with sort of very little experience at a young age at 19 and on the big stage and doing so much and well as what he's done the last sort of 12 months. It's great to see the young lad from Germany over here this year in Lakeside.
16.
Yeah, the only representative from Germany here.
85.
Fantastic to see so many different nationalities here this year at Lakeside. The Hungarians, Swedes, Slovaks, Hungary, brilliant. It's great to see, you know, and who, you know, do whatever they can to get you. It's brilliant to meet the new players as well, of course.
16.
Yeah, it's the uniqueness of the WDF ranking system where players will play in their respective regions of the world, and then they're all brought together here. A lot of players meet each other for the first time on this stage, so unknown quantities to each other.
Bit of a slower expectation here in this first leg of the second set for both players.
85.
Yeah, neither player down to a finish after 12 darts. When you've got 230, you just want to keep them straight. Not like that.
It's a good recovery. Get another one in there, a bit more pressure for
81.
Martyn. Only 81, so Martyn can really put the pressure on Liam here.
140.
The pressure is applied.
149.
Liam might have to take this out to save his throw, with Martyn on a very manageable half ton. Once again, the first dart strays rightwards, and the second.
7.
One to forget.
Martyn, you require 15.
Double 16.
That came short of the first one.
Needs 2 this time, but still gets the job done.
Second leg, it's Martyn to throw first. Game on.
Another one against the throw there for Martyn. What a start this will be as well.
114.
I do hope if Liam Maendl-Lawrance does lose this game, he doesn't go away with thoughts of, what if I was using my own darts? And
yeah, it's always going to be a back of his mind, isn't it? If you know, if I had my own, and what more damage could I have done? And you know, like I said, to get through the first game against Mike Gillett was such an achievement for Liam, and you know, under so much pressure to do that. But like I said, kept going on, kept fighting, kept going. And no moans or groans from him, so it's really pleasing to see that. I'm sure he can go back if he does. So his head held really high from here. First time gracing a lakeside stage is not easy.
as you can testify to. Strong leg this from Martyn.
Bit of a strange approach to 262 there by Liam, starting on the 19s. I suppose every player has their own way.
Well, this is quite reminiscent of the very first leg of the match that Martyn Turner had in the palm of his hands, and he somehow spurned it.
Again, Liam catching two single ones. I think
62.
Good recovery.
Martyn, you require 16.
Keeps it straight this time.
That came short in the second leg. Martyn Turner.
Impressive so far from Martyn.
The throw first. Game on.
Come into the game very well, Martyn. After the first couple of legs, he sort of gotten comfortable.
It's 5 legs in a row he's won, and he's taken them in 7 darts at a double.
96.
Very, very proficient.
$135.
Very intricate barrels that Martyn uses.
Yes,
very patterned.
Yes, and you know, look, like his darts are actually quite small, aren't they, for the way he throws them as well, and you know, left-handed player as well with those. It's obviously gripping enough for him. They're doing the job at the minute.
114.
Great reply from Liam.
Averaging around 90 right now is Martyn Turner.
Again, another little wayward dart from Liam with his first one.
87.
Doesn't seem to have the feel for these errors. Must be just one of them awkward situations as well, where you've probably got to go around the players' room and just ask players, have you got a spare set I can borrow and just experiment with for 5 minutes.
That's right. I don't think Jim is actually here today. A little break after his win yesterday. So I know, in fairness, Jim Winmau, great guy, great book, and had no problems whatsoever to give him to Liam.
Liam, you require 120.
Well, Liam's not had a dart at double since the second leg of the match, and it was this checkout he took. And it was this way he took it. Going up the stairs.
100.
But it's not a perfect repeat.
17.
Treble 10 should be the start for Martyn. He goes 18s for double 8. Double 4.
And this came short in the second set. Martyn Turner.
Just get used to all the darts very, very quickly, which is a very unenviable position for any darts player.
82.
And I suppose the main thought, Gary, in Martyn's mind is get the job done as quickly as possible, as stress-free as possible.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Martyn will have that mentality going in at the break. He probably didn't want the break. Some players don't want it, you know, when they're playing well. But yeah, Martyn will certainly be mindful of how quickly this job needs to get done, because Liam doesn't give up very easy.
Yeah, I always feel that the breaks benefit players who aren't playing well, because it just gives them 5 minutes to recalibrate their thoughts. Some of them choose to stay on the stage. We saw that Maendl-Lawrance did walk off, but then came back on very quickly, and he was on the practice board, probably just looking to keep the darts as straight as possible, because we've seen several wild visits from the German.
96.
Just a change of mentality, I think, as well. When you do go off for the break as well, you just sort of switch off and you go in the back room and sort of regather your thoughts and dust yourself off and get back up there again. It's the same for the referees, you know. We have 2 minutes to ourselves at the back room and sort of come back fresh and ready to go again. So it is nice to have that little 5 minutes to yourself.
Not seen a max yet.
140.
Still we wait, but another strong leg on throw for Martyn Turner. You can generally get the job done in 5 visits. You're going to win an awful lot of darts matches.
60.
Liam just struggling to find his rhythm at the moment,
80.
I think.
Double 10.
60.
Not the worst time to miss.
And he will come back. Liam back on 189.
Martyn, you require 20.
Martyn gets another crack then.
That's been short.
Finds double 10.
Martyn Turner. Second leg is Liam the throw first. Game on.
He's generally owned tops in this match, Martyn Turner, winning 3 legs on it. Now we see the game
Marco was happy with himself there, calling the first one. But fair play, Liam. That's what he needed.
55.
What did it feel like to be on the stage last year when you did call your first ever 180?
Well, we've actually had a little bit of a laugh about it with the referees and the officials, because it actually took me 6 games to get my first 180 maximum. So, you know, that was the... Once it's done, you know, and they say that when you first go on the stage and once you get your first 180, your nerves go. Well, it took me 6 games to get rid of the nerves. But, yeah, it was great. It was an amazing experience, amazing feeling. I think the player who actually hit the 180 was... oh, my mind's gone blank.
But the important question is, did you practice your 180 call beforehand?
No, I don't. Some people do. Some referees don't. But I don't like to do it because I think I'll overthink it. But yeah, a lot of, like I said, referees are different according to that. But no, I sort of, you see a lot of referees and practicing with each other and sort of having a little game in the back room and sort of counting scores and things like that, just to keep your minds taken over, which was a really good thing to do.
Let me tell you, I've been in that back room. There's a decent standard on the dartboard.
You require 54.
Our new Danish referee, Christian Sorensen's not a bad player himself, and once was our MC, Anthony Dundas.
This to stop the rot.
44.
He's got time to be able to come back, but double 5 isn't a very favoured prospect for any dart player.
55.
Rhian O'Sullivan was the first 180 I called, and then my second women's match. There we go.
Yeah, this came short in the second line. Liam Maendl-Lawrance.
A rot stopper then for Liam Maendl-Lawrance.
Came on.
He is going to have to break the throw once in the next 3 legs to stay in this match. And thoroughly professional, this from Martyn Turner.
140.
Much better after the break, Liam. Starting the leg, the 140. Back in Martyn's. Not the reply Martyn wanted to give there, I don't think, so Liam can maximise this opportunity. Not like that. That's
21.
But a lot of bounce outs so far in the first 4 days. The worst part is when it goes into the box with the light, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, you've got to shield your eyes as you lean down.
Yes.
$59.
An off like this for Martyn Turner. But Liam needs 2 big trebles to leave a finish. Applies no pressure.
Bit of a scrappy leg so far from both. Martyn can't quite find the treble to put himself further in front where he could have been. Big visit needed here from Liam.
140.
Superbly done.
$130.
Nearly had the magic number.
Yes, we nearly had the magic number.
81.
Anthony Dundas' famous 174 has actually good guide for Liam's darts.
Yeah, this came short in the third line. Liam Maendl-Lawrance.
First real outpouring of emotion from him.
Yeah, good to see a bit of passion behind Liam now coming after the break.
Forward line gets Liam to throw first. Game on.
Because he is generally a very poker-faced character on the hockey.
Very much so.
You don't get much from him. Kind of matches the languid pace and the delivery.
It's good to see players give a bit of passion and a bit of aggression on stage sometimes as well. So it just shows that, you know, I don't think they do it to purposely aim at the players. It's just sort of adrenaline as well on the stage.
54.
And it's just good to see that.
Yeah, as long as it's done within the boundaries of fair play. Do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
81.
Keeping Marco May on his toes there. Fantastic referee, Marco, and everyone else here as well.
99.
Great experience.
Yep, a good team has been assembled on stage.
95.
Christian Solson's fitted in very well. Charlie Costerfield, of course, is 5th Lakeside. Nick Rose is 14th. What a man.
The old timer.
Yes.
$100.
It's a good pick out. Leaves a single to double.
57. Liam
Away from
Maendl-Lawrance,
Martin in the set.
53.
It's just sort of seemed to go off the boil a little bit, but Liam, in fairness, has upped his game. And this for the 3rd set.
Double 10. Liam Maendl-Lawrance is back in this game.
Liam Maendl-Lawrance.
Just after Martyn Turner had won 7 legs on the bounce. It's now Maendl-Lawrance's time to have a bit of a spurt, and he breaks the throw, and he's got the darts in set 4.
Good turning point, big turning point in the game there for that as well. Martin, you know, could have stepped on the gas and finished off with a 3-0 victory, but Liam, a fighter, comes back out much different player after the break and gets the 3rd set, so gives himself a big chance now to
97.
get himself even further back into this game.
Yeah, we've spoken about Liam Maendl-Lawrance and his youth, his comparative lack of experience, but even though Martyn Turner is the wrong side of 50, he's 54 now. This is completely new for him, and I'm imagining, I'm just hypothesizing now, but I think this kind of atmosphere will suit him. It's a bit more quiet, it's a bit more measured. No shouting from the crowd to potentially put him off.
A lot of players are sort of different in how they approach and sort of how they feel with the crowd and noises and stuff. Some players absolutely love it. Some players want it very quiet, but you can't have both. So it takes some getting used to. But of course, we said Martin, with the experience that he's got, and Liam, who's played on some big circuits and especially tours, has definitely got that behind him as well. So both of them should be quite comfortable with it.
43.
Headline act is coming up after this game. Wesley Pleisier, the World Masters winner, takes on Rhys Colley, who was one of the most impressive performances from round one. Made very light work of Dave Prince.
For his first game at Lakeside, Rhys I thought was absolutely fantastic. He took it in his stride and gave himself so much confidence leading into this game this afternoon with Wesley Pleisier. So it's going to be a cracker.
Double 12.
And it's been short in the first line.
Well needed as well for him.
Second leg is Martyn to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, that stops the mini rot that Martyn Turner has suffered.
100.
Follows it up with his first maximum.
He'll point to his family and friends as well there, Martyn. I think releases the pressure of him now.
Yeah, he's got plenty of support with him. Lots of handshakes and hugs and kisses on the walk-on.
55.
Not sure if anyone's actually travelled over with Liam. We know his suitcase didn't.
No.
So he's completely alone.
Same with Ricky Nauman as well. Unfortunately for him, it's a bit unfortunate when that happens. You know, you prepare so well for this and you do everything you need to, and then a little thing like that happens, and it's sort of, again, it's just a mentality stage of the players that just adapted to it and got on with it. It's brilliant.
58.
So does that mean that Ricky Nauman carried the paw print shirt in his hand luggage then?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him that.
Or a very amusing thought of him wearing it on the plane.
Well, you never know with dart players these days.
40.
Another one down the box.
Liam, you require 140.
I've seen darts players in nightclubs before wearing their playing shirts. I'm not going to name names.
No.
I'm not a grass. But it's always amusing. And searching for the 25 to leave double 18. Once again, he's got time.
60. Liam, you require 45.
Possible 14 dart leg here for Liam.
Double 16 is found. And it is an instant break back. That bounce out really scuppering Turner's chances.
Yeah, leaving 168 when he was on 208 as well, and going for another treble 20 rather than trying to switch to 18s or even bullseye or anything around that area, just to sort of leave something for yourself. But unfortunately,
58.
It cost him a little bit there.
58.
They're the sorts of visits that drive dart players crazy. The first dart was sat so nicely in the treble. There was loads of room to its left.
100.
And yet he only walks away with 85.
It's always in the players' heads, in my opinion. As so the first one goes in, it's sort of light up. Here we go. Get the second one in, get the third one in, and can knock you a little bit. This is better grouping from Liam.
140. 125.
Good timing again from Turner.
93.
180s in back-to-back legs. Yeah, he could lose them both. He goes safety first. And that's a safe 18. Bullseye for Maendl-Lawrance.
15. Martyn, you require 103.
Not really close. Double 18.
Yeah,
bottom corner.
Martyn Turner.
Another one against the throw as well. Martyn now throwing for the match.
Forward leg against Martyn, the throw first. Came on.
It's the T word we mentioned so often in darts. Timing. And he's timing this burst to perfection.
Great visit for Martyn. Here's another treble.
112.
Is it going to be enough for Liam that to keep himself in this leg? Not what Martyn wanted.
It's the sort of game that could yet still provide another twist.
60.
But for that to happen, Liam has to start scoring again.
Yeah, the chances that Maendl-Lawrance needs to take now with Martyn last two visits, 45 and 41. Sense a bit of nervousness now from Martyn, knowing how close he is to that victory. Just getting it over the line.
112.
Much better.
135.
Nice two-dart finish for Martyn to hopefully seal the game for himself.
One of the rare occasions, I think, where he's probably glad that went in the treble 5.
Yeah.
Straight ton.
114.
Fist pump from Liam Maendl-Lawrance. But he may not get another chance. Martyn Turner wins on his lakeside debut.
Martyn Turner.
And as far